Hey guys, it's Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I want to talk about FAM for pregnancy because I've found actually that this is a way in which this is a way in which a lot of women discover charting is when they're trying to get pregnant. They've come off of birth control and they're looking to figure out the best time to have sex to conceive. And this is when they discover charting. And I know there's plenty of ways in which people discover charting, but this is kind of the arena that I have found. And so I wanted to make a video today talking about different specifics to FAM that pertain to women that are trying to get pregnant. And these are obviously not all of them because that would be a very long video, but I just wanted to kind of go over a couple things today that I thought would be interesting to women trying to conceive. And I'm sure if you've done a lot of research into FAM and pregnancy, you've heard some of these before or all of these, but I just thought it would be a fun video to make, so let's get into it. The very first thing I think worth mentioning is that women are only fertile for a few days every cycle. And I say this because it wasn't until in the age of like 21, I think, that I first realized that women weren't fertile every single day. Yeah, I used to think that no matter what day of the cycle it was, you could get pregnant. And that shows the lack of education on my part. You're only fertile a few days of every cycle, and that is because of two things. Sperm can live in a fertile vagina for up to 5 days, and the egg, once ovulated, has a lifespan of around 24 hours. You add these two things together, that comes out to roughly 6 days. Going along with that, something I recently learned is that the best day to have sex to try and conceive is actually 2 days before you ovulate, not on the day you ovulate or after ovulation. By learning how to chart and charting your cycle for a few months, you will start to see your unique pattern from your cervical fluid and your temperature, so you'll know when to time sex. And another fun thing to add in that is helpful when determining your ovulation is LH test strips, or luteinizing hormone ovulation test strips. It is just a very simple test strip that you dip in your urine every morning. If you consistently take it day after day leading up to ovulation, after ovulation, you can see that the line will start out light, get darker and darker and darker, and then get lighter and lighter. Knowing when you ovulate is crucial for obvious reasons, because if you're trying to conceive at the wrong time of your cycle, then it's probably not going to work. Not to mention, are you actually ovulating? And this misconception that women have 28-day cycles and ovulate on day 14. Fluid matters when it comes to trying to get pregnant. And by this I mean cervical fluid or cervical mucus. I don't think we quite understand the importance of it until we really start digging into it, or if we've had issues and we've gone to see, a fertility clinic or a doctor. Fluid matters because even if you time it correctly, if you have the wrong fluid present, the sperm is not going to have a fighting chance. Your fluid can act like many different things. It can act like tar, trapping the sperm in its tracks and keeping it far, far away from your egg, or it can act like a slip and slide. And that's why it's really important to know where you're at with your cervical fluid, what's going on there. Do you have the really fertile egg white type fluid, or are you kind of stuck in the pattern of having tacky or sticky or maybe even lotiony cervical fluid? I have noticed from the time that I got off birth control until now a big change in my cervical fluid quality, from not really having egg white fluid at all in the beginning, and it was much more tacky and like maybe you would get into the lotiony creamy, but it stayed really in the tacky realm. And now I've noticed that I have much healthier cervical fluid patterns, which obviously makes me happy. And the last thing I want to mention is your luteal phase doesn't change. So normal luteal phase between when you ovulate and start your period is around 11 to 14 days. Once you ovulate, once you confirmed ovulation, you have a set number of days until your period is supposed to start, or hopefully not going to start if you're trying to get pregnant. And it also will help when you can take pregnancy tests, because where you are in your cycle, and I think it's just important. Another thing worth mentioning about the luteal phase, it matters a lot as well. If you don't have I don't know what the word is, a strong enough luteal phase or a long enough luteal phase, that really hurts your chances of not only conceiving but maintaining an early pregnancy, because if you don't have enough progesterone being produced in your body, you can't sustain the endometrial lining where the egg is going to implant and then send back the signal. So if you don't have enough progesterone, what I'm trying to say is you can't maintain a pregnancy and it's really difficult. Some women will use progesterone creams and other different things. So there are options. I think it's just really important before you start trying to conceive to get to know your cycle and if you are having any of these issues so you can rectify them before trying to conceive in order to just make it a better experience and give you better odds of actually achieving a pregnancy. In the end, I just want to say again that I think it is so cool that the same method can be used as birth control and the same method can be used to achieve a pregnancy, to get pregnant. And something about that is really cool to me. And I may or may not be working on a course that is surrounding this whole realm of things with FAM and pregnancy. So keep your eye out for that if it's something you're interested in. I don't know, I've been very drawn to it recently and I think it is fascinating. The female body is fascinating, fertility is fascinating, and it's something that I have really spent a lot of time researching lately. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't completely covering everything. There's so much more to cover, but I thought it would be fun to just kind of touch on some of the things that are important to couples trying to conceive. I hope you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!